Hello, welcome. Today we're going to do about a 10 to 15 minute meditation that is designed to ground. So increase our presence, our awareness, and ground ourselves. Or if we're feeling maybe a little nervous, we have a little bit of anxious energy, or we're too much in our thinking minds. So this is designed to get us out of our thinking minds and back into our bodies. So let's get right into it. So just find yourself in a nice, comfortable seat. You can sit cross-legged if that's the most comfortable for you. You can keep your knees bent as much as you need, or feel free to extend your legs out long. I'm going to sit cross-legged. Even if you want to lean against a wall just for a little bit more support for your back, right? Or you can even add a pillow, a blanket, a block, or a meditation seat underneath the sit bones, just to lift the hips higher than the knees to create a little bit more support in the back and the hips. So get whatever you need, and then let's just start to settle in. So get yourself nice and comfortable. Right, start to sit up nice and tall, lengthen through the spine and the crown of the head. And right away you can start to relax your shoulders. And whenever you feel ready, you can start to close down the eyes. Or keep your gaze nice and soft, maybe down below the nose. Okay, so just give your body a few moments to settle into the space. All right, maybe even allowing your mind a little bit of time to settle to where the body is. So once again, I want you to lengthen up through the crown of the head. Feel your spine get nice and long. And start to relax the shoulders away from the ears. Trying to stack shoulders over the hips and ears over the shoulders. And start noticing any sounds around you. Right? Maybe you can identify one or two sounds. Then maybe you start to notice any smells. And you can identify one or two smells in the room. And then we'll bring our awareness to our sense of touch. Right, so maybe you start to notice your palms, your fingertips, they may be connecting with the tops of your thighs or the knees, or maybe they're in your lap. Right, just notice that sense of touch, that sense of connection. Right, notice how your sit bones are grounding into your seat, into the earth. Right, and how you're being supported. Right, so just notice that natural support as the ground is lifting up to hold you. So maybe you just allow your body to sink and get a little bit heavier towards the ground so that you can feel that support just a little bit more. Right? You might feel the tops of your feet connecting with the earth. Just start to notice any points of contact that your body is making with your seat. Right? So if your back is leaning against a wall or the back of a chair, you might feel that extra support. Right? But just start to notice any points of contact. Good. And then let's start to bring our awareness to the rhythm of the breath, right? That sound of the breath. And you don't have to change anything about the breath, but you might notice that as soon as you bring your attention to the breath, it starts to change, right? You might start to deepen it just naturally and automatically. Right, and this just goes to show that simply by bringing our attention and our awareness to something, it invites this beautiful opportunity for change and transition. Right, so it's truly incredible what awareness can do for us. So just become aware of the breath and watch how it naturally changes. Right, and then maybe you start to notice the temperature of the breath as you breathe in and out through the nostrils. All right, so on the inhale, feel the in-breath entering the nostrils, right, and notice the temperature. And then on the out-breath, notice the air leaving the nostrils. Good, and then maybe on that next in-breath, you start to notice where you feel the rise of the inhale. Noticing where you feel it in the body, right? Sometimes our bellies expand. Sometimes our rib cage and our diaphragm expands from side to side. Sometimes we feel that rise in our chest or in the shoulders. Right? So as you inhale, just notice where you feel the rise of the breath. Again, without trying to change anything or fix anything, but just notice this natural rhythm. And then you could start to bring your attention to the exhalation and start to notice where you feel the fall of the out breath, right? That heaviness, the release of the out breath. Right, so on every exhale you take, you might notice your body get a little bit heavier. Maybe the shoulders release a little bit more. Your elbows get nice and heavy towards the ground. Right, maybe your belly button contracts in towards the spine. And maybe the rib cage folds in towards each other. Right, so on every inhale you take, notice the rise. And on every exhale, notice the fall. And as you consciously breathe in this way, you might start to notice if the breath is deep and long, right, or full. Or you might notice if it feels shallow, maybe getting stuck, right, or if it's fast-paced. Right, so just notice the nature or the quality of the breath. And then I invite you to notice if the inhale is longer or shorter than the exhale, or if the exhale is longer or shorter than the inhale. Right, and if it feels comfortable for you, you can try to start to even out the breath, making the inhales and the exhales the same length. Right, you can invite a counted breath as you inhale for 3 or 4 seconds in through the nose. And then maybe you exhale out through the nose or the mouth for 3 or 4 seconds. Right, just welcoming this nice, steady, paced breath. Nice and easy, gentle and soft. And tuning in with the body, just relaxing the shoulders if you need to, and checking back in to sit up nice and tall. Right, and then you can return to that equal inhale and exhale of the breath. And anytime you catch your mind wandering, right, your thinking mind will naturally start to turn on and activate. Right, and it will start going elsewhere. Right, and that's totally okay and totally normal. So we just want to notice when it happens. Right, just notice that our mind has drifted and has wandered. And then you can gently give yourself permission to just return to the rhythm of your breath. Right, trying not to get too attached to our thinking mind. Right, but just noticing, letting the thoughts go, and returning back to our breath. So let's just do a few more rounds of that equal inhale and exhale. And then we'll start to turn back in to our bodies. So we just bring our attention to the crown of our heads. Right, so just notice the crown of your head, the top of your head, reaching up towards the sky. You might notice the back of your head, right, the sides, the temples, the ears, and try to relax your ears. Start to soften through the forehead. Let your eyes relax. Softening through the cheekbones. Taking a moment to unclench the jaw. Maybe you try to relax the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. And again, checking back in with the shoulders, just allowing them to release and let go. Right, noticing your chest, the rib cage, and the abdomen. All right, you can start to soften through the abdomen. Okay, maybe you notice your upper back, the middle of your back, the lower back. Noticing your sit bones connecting with your seat. Okay, your hips, just allowing the hips to get nice and heavy. The tops of your thighs, the backs of your thighs. The tops of your knees and the backs of your knees. Right, your shins and your calves. All the way down to the tops of the feet. Right, the ankles, the soles of your feet and the heels. Right, and then you might start to notice all 10 toes. And then notice your body as a whole. Right, an entire system. Start to bring our awareness back into our physical space as we notice any sounds around us or any smells. Right, once again, noticing those points of contact, right, that your body is making with your seat, the palms of your hands with your thighs or your knees. Right, and maybe we just start to roll out the neck as we create some circles with the nose going one way, right? Big circles or small circles. And then you can reverse your circle. Coming back up through center. Bringing your hands together at your heart. And take a moment to just bow your forehead down to the fingertips. Just taking a moment of appreciation and gratitude for arriving for yourself today and taking this time. Right, this time to get out of your thinking mind and back into the body, increasing your body awareness and your breath awareness. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.